Hi everyone. Today I am going to tell you the last part of Goharana, and this one is from Virat Parva Mahabharat. And this one is the last part. So let me begin. I already told you in the last previous episode that Arjun told everything about Pitamaha Bhishma, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Karna and King Duryodhan with the rest of the warriors to Uttara. Thus, looking at all the warriors, Arjun wished to go to Duryodhan. So he asked, "O Uttara, just drive our chariot to the wicked-minded King Duryodhan. Later I will fight with the other heroes." Listening his command, Uttara was ready to move towards King Duryodhan. When his car moved first towards Duryodhan, Karna immediately came forward to fight back with Arjun. Thus there was a terrible fight between Arjun and Karna. Both were well known about the celestial weapons and both were excellent archers. So now both the brothers, though Arjun didn't know, they both fought to the best of their knowledge. And Karna showered the sharp shots to Arjun, and Arjun did the same. And entering into the battlefield, Arjun just cut up so many umbrellas and flags that all these umbrellas and banners were carried by wind to the sky. And so many elephants, horses, they were slain by Arjun. He became extremely angry, and out of anger, he killed thousands of soldiers. So now the war between Karna and Arjun, who almost both are equal in archery, but Karna wished to show his archery better than Arjun. He looked at Pitamaha Bhishma, Dronacharya and Kripa, and then showered innumerable shafts, arrows, to Arjun. Arjun's body was completely pierced by Karna's arrows, and Arjun also released the arrows, and Karna's body was completely pierced with the Arjuna's arrows. Thus, in one moment, Arjun fought so terribly that Karna's charioteer and horses, they were dead, they were slain by Arjun, and Karna became unconscious. So he just fled away from the battle. Looking at the miserable condition of Karna, Kripacharya came forward, because none of them wanted that Arjun should go to Duryodhan. However, now Kripacharya and Arjun, there was a fearful battle between this Guru and Shishya. Kripacharya also very good archer, and he fought with Arjun to the best of his knowledge. He also used the divine weapons. Similarly, Arjun also used his divine weapons like Ayendra, Vayabhya, Varunastra, Agnestra, so many things. Now, but he didn't like to wound Kripacharya as he was his preceptor. Now, Kripacharya, after a while, he lost his sense, he lost his horses also, and thus when he became extremely injured, the soldiers all the side, they attacked to Arjun, so that Kripacharya could be able to go away from that battlefield. Thus he also went away. Now next, Arjun told Uttara, "O Uttara, look at the banner where the golden pot is the emblem. That was my Gurudev Dronacharya. take my chariot to that place. I want to fight with Dronacharya. Even Dronacharya was coming to face Arjun. There Arjun smiled and he first released 2 arrows which touched Dronacharya's feet. Then he released 2 arrows which passed through his ears, saying that, giving the message that, "O Gurudev, do not get angry. After 13 years of torture, I have come to take revenge. If you can, save Duryodhana." This was his message, and Dronacharya could understand Arjun much better than anybody else. That is why from the beginning he told Pitamaha Bhishma that the rattle sound of the chariot is no other than Arjuna's chariot. And in between the fighting, the roaring sound of the monkey, means who was no other than Hanumanji, was creating terrible fear in the heart of the soldiers. They couldn't get the way where to go away, to save their life. Thus Dronacharya came in front of Arjun, and once again a fierce battle, means a fearful battle, started between Gurudev and the Shishya. Both were excellent, both were knowledgeable in archery and also in other Vedas and Vedangas. Even Arjun told Uttara that my preceptor Dronacharya, nobody can be equal with him. His knowledge is like Brihaspati, and intelligence is like Sukracharya. And there is not a single person in this world who has both the science of excellent knowledge of science of arms and also the Vedas. He is no other than Dronacharya. So I do not want to hurt him. He has to strike me first, then only I will strike him back. So first he gave a round to Dronacharya's chariot, then told him, "O Gurudev, you know me very well why I have come. Now, O Gurudev, you strike me first, or then only I can strike you back." Thus Dronacharya understood, and he shot thousands of arrows to Arjun. And Parth also in return showered the arrows upon his Gurudev. But he didn't, he just ultimately after in the war he broke his coat of mail, but he didn't like to hurt him. So thus the battle between the Guru and Shishya became terrible. Sometimes Dronacharya was releasing his arrows in such a way that it looked up as if a swarm of means a group of birds were flying in the sky in a row. And at the next time, Arjun was releasing the arrows, which was also looking like a chain of arrows were moving in the sky. Like both were expert, and no one can say who can win. None of them can win over other one. Somehow, after a terrible fight between Dronacharya and Arjun, Drona just became unconscious, almost. He was not completely unconscious, but Arjun broke his bow, and whenever he tried to bring the other one, immediately he broke that one also. Even Arjuna's bow was moving in such a way that people thought that his bow is always in a circle. Means when he was using his left hand and right hand, nobody knew. He was looking terrible, and in the battlefield, he was looking like a blazing sun of autumn, midday autumn. Anyways, then he also, Dronacharya also half wounded by Arjun, and the soldiers just protected him from all the sides, and Dronacharya also fled away from the battle. Now the next was Pitamaha Bhisma. First actually came Duryodhan. After Dronacharya, Duryodhan came. But as Duryodhan came to face Arjun, Arjun is much better in archery than Duryodhan, though he was equally a good archer, but not like Arjun. Arjun fought with Duryodhan and told him, "Oh brother, 13 years of torture we have already spent, and now I have come to take the revenge. And just announcing my name and my twang of my Gandiva bow, showing all these things I have come to fight with you. If you have power, fight with me." Duryodhan fought a long time, but unfortunately he was also defeated by Arjun. Then he wished to turn back. He turned back and went ahead. At that time, Arjun immediately said, "Oh brother, are you afraid? You are a Kshatriya. How can you turn your face to the battlefield? Don't go away. Come and fight with me." When he heard these harsh words, Duryodhan again came back. At that time, Pitamaha Bhisma also came towards Arjun to fight. So first Pitamaha Bhisma fought with Arjun, then the second time Duryodhan fought with Arjun. Pitamaha Bhisma, as you know, he was one of the best archer, and he was expert in everything. Not only that, he was invincible. Somehow there was once again a terrible battle between Pitamaha Bhisma and Arjun. No one was less than the other. And at last, after a terrible war, Arjun just cut off the flag and umbrella of Pitamaha Bhisma, and he also used the divine weapon by which Pitamaha Bhisma became unconscious. Means he leaned back on the chariot for a while. Thus, looking at the condition of Pitamaha Bhisma, the charioteer took him away. Now, when Arjun told the harsh words to Duryodhan, Duryodhan came back again. And he was just burning out of anger. He wished to kill Partha immediately. When King Duryodhan and Partha stood before one another, that time, after a short break, all the Maharathis, means Pitamaha Bhisma, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Salya, and Vikartana, and all of them, they came back to face, means they attacked to Arjun from all the sides. When Arjun saw that all of them are attacking, and yes, one thing, this attack was just like they attacked in Mahabharata war to Abhimanyu. The same way they attacked to one warrior. 6 Maharathis attacked to one Maharathi. I mean Abhimanyu. Similarly, first Arjun was, for the first time, means this was not the Mahabharata war, but this war also, Arjun was surrounded by all the Maharathis from all the sides. When they showered their arrows at a time, Arjun used his one of the best celestial weapon, Mohanastra. Mohanastra means it will just make others unconscious for a time, for a while, for a certain time. And he used it, and then all of them lost their sense. Now Arjun asked Uttara, Uttara, while we came for this fight, your sister told me, means Uttara, told me to bring the means upper garment, Uttarayana of all the heroes. Now you do one thing, go running and bring all the Uttarayana from all the warriors. You bring the white Uttarayana from Guru Dronacharya and Kripacharya, and the blue Uttarayana from some maybe Duryodhan. Sorry, Duryodhan had yellow Uttarayana, or maybe Duryodhan had blue Uttarayana, and Karna, the yellow one. Bring it and let us go. But be careful, do not go near Pitamaha Bhishma, because he knows how to come out from the Sammohana Astra. So while you will cross, you cross on the left side of his chariot, and be careful about that. Uttarayana did exactly what Arjuna told him. Then he brought all the Uttarayana and came back. Arjuna took, then he controlled the rein and started going away from the battlefield. When he came out from the circle of the battle array that was made by the Kauravas, he then blew his Devadatta Sankh with loud roar. Hearing his Devadatta conch was blowing, all the warriors got back their sense. That time Duryodhan saw that Arjuna was out of the circle. Then he said, "Oh Pitamaha Bhishma," and he already collected by that time all the kind. Then he asked, "Oh Pitamaha, how can Arjuna go away from you? Why you didn't capture him?" Then Pitamaha Bhishma said, "Oh son, where were you? You fell unconscious, and where was your bow and arrow? Both were kept aside. Where was your manliness? And where was your bravery? You are asking me? Look, Arjun was, not only Arjun, all the Pandavas are the follower of Dharma, they are virtuous. That is why he didn't kill any one of us while we were unconscious. He knows what is virtue, what is Dharma. And now you are asking me why I didn't capture Arjun? You were also fighting with him. Can't you agree with his prowess? Now, listen to my words. Let us go back to Hastinapur. Don't bother for kine anymore." Thus, hearing the words of Pitamaha Bhishma, everybody agreed, and at last Duryodhan returned back with his troop. And Arjun, for a while, stood there, paid his respect to Pitamaha Bhishma, Dronacharya, and Kripacharya. Then, with a heavy blow of his conch, blowing his conch, he returned back to the kingdom, Virat's kingdom, with the kine. The Uttara and Arjun both were extremely happy. This much is the story. Then I will say some other episode of Mahabharata, which should be interesting one. Thank you so much. And this is the one example where Arjun fought with all the warriors and none of them could win over Arjun. Thank you.